Hey everyone, I'm Zoe from Sleepopolis, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Parachute mattress. I'm going to give you my opinion on what the Parachute feels like, put it through some tests, talk about the pros and cons, go over the materials, and answer some frequently asked questions. If you have any questions at any point in this review or want a personalized recommendation from me, make sure to leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to read my in-depth review of the Parachute, I'd recommend Googling Sleepopolis Parachute Mattress Review. Now, let's get into what the Parachute is all about. So I gave this mattress a 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, which is just a little bit firmer than the industry standard for medium firm of 6.5. So I think it's a pretty good option for back sleepers, stomach sleepers, and also combination sleepers. I like it for combination sleepers because it has a lot of bounce. It's made with pocketed coils. I'll tell you more about the materials later, but it does have a lot of, it has 2 coil layers, so it gives you a good amount of bounce. So if you move around in bed at all, it's a good option for you. It also has a zone support system, so it's quite a bit softer at the feet and head than it is in the center area where stomach sleepers and back sleepers need a bit more support. But the one group that I wouldn't recommend this mattress to is strict side sleepers, because I think that they're just gonna feel a little bit like jammed up at the shoulder. I felt a little bit of pressure at my hips. I'm a side sleeper. I found it a bit too firm. If you're a side sleeper like me, Google Sleepopolis Best Mattress for Side Sleepers, and that'll give you all the best picks for you. Okay, now that I've given you guys my opinion on the Parachute mattress, we're gonna do some tests, and the first one I wanna show you is the pressure map test. Now, the pressure map is a lot like it sounds. It's kind of a map that we lay on top of the bed, and then we hook it up to an app on our computer, and it tells us how much pressure there is when I'm lying in different positions. And blue indicates the lowest pressure, and then green is medium, and red is high. So first up, I'm gonna start out with back, what it was like sleeping on my back. You'll see here a lot of blue. It was pretty low pressure on my back, and that was pretty good. I would recommend it for back sleepers. Next up, my stomach. Sleeping on my stomach, again, I mean, you'll see a little bit of green there at my knees, but that's just because I have bony knees. It's not really too much to worry about there. And yeah, I definitely recommend it to stomach sleepers. But last up is side, and on my side you will see quite a bit of green at my hips, which means it's not really the best option for side sleepers. I'm a side sleeper myself, and I just found that I was feeling a bit too much pressure at my hips and shoulders. But if you're a side sleeper like me, I'd recommend Googling Sleepopolis Best Mattresses for Side Sleepers. So next up is the bounce test. The bounce test basically shows us how much mobility you're gonna have on this mattress. And so we drop a 10-pound steel ball from a little bit above the headboard and see how much it bounces. And on this, we saw a pretty decent amount of bounce, and that's kind of to be expected. This mattress has 2 layers of coils. It doesn't have any foam layers, so it's not absorbing that much motion, so you will see a bit of bounce, which means it's a really good option for combination sleepers, people who like to feel like they're on top of the bed, people who want to move around easily. So next up is motion transfer. So this test tells you if you're gonna feel someone moving on the other side of the bed. So it's really important if you're in a couple or if you have pets, you want a bed with low motion transfer because you don't want to be disturbed by them moving around at night. So the way that we measure motion transfer is that we drop that same steel ball we used for our bounce test from 3 separate heights, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 12 inches. So the 4-inch test is meant to, simulate your partner tossing and turning or like a pet moving at the foot of the bed. Then next up is the 8-inch, and that's kind of meant to show what it would be like if someone got up out of bed. And then finally 12 inches, like if someone was jumping on the bed, how much would you feel it? So then we have the seismometer at the other end of the bed from this steel ball, and we measure how much motion was shown. So here you'll see the results of the motion transfer test. This mattress is very bouncy, has a lot of steel coil layers, so there was quite a bit of motion transfer. It was very high, honestly. So I would say that this mattress might not be the best for couples unless you're really deep sleepers, because I was seeing quite a bit of motion moving from one side of the bed to the other. Last up, I want to talk about edge support. Edge support is really important because it shows you whether or not your mattress is going to give you the same amount of support at the ends as it does in the middle. This mattress, the Parachute, performed really well on our edge support test. I would say that anyone who wants to take advantage of the full mattress, or especially heavier sleepers, it's a really good choice for them because they'll be getting support all around the mattress. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend trying this at home, but now that we've done some sort of haphazard mattress surgery over here, you guys are gonna get to see a lot more about the construction. So to start out with, we have 100% organic cotton cover, which is really great for anyone who's looking for their bed made of natural materials. It's also really breathable, and it's just something nice to have that you're not gonna feel too sweaty in or anything like that. Below that, we have a layer of a wool comfort layer, which is another natural material. So really anyone worried about a mattress that's more natural and is eco-friendly, I think the Parachute's a great option for them. So then right below that wool comfort layer, you're gonna have a layer of microcoils, and what's really great about these microcoils is that they respond really well to pressure, so you'll get a good amount of pressure relief. And then below that, we have another layer of wool, but this is actually a flame-resistant wool, and that's sort of the transition layer that goes between the two coil layers. Below that wool transition layer, we have our pocketed steel coils. So this is what gives that mattress that great amount of bounce. It gives it a lot of support, and this honestly makes it a good option for heavier sleepers, because unlike some all foam mattresses or mattresses with quite a few layers of foam where you're gonna like sink into it, this one you're gonna feel a lot more on top of it. You're gonna feel a good amount more support, and honestly I think it might last a bit longer because these are made of steel, so they're very sturdy material. And then finally below that, we have another layer of that flame-resistant wool, so that's what's really protecting your bed from these steel coils here. Okay, before I end this review, I want to go over some of the pros and cons of this mattress so you can get the quick hits of what makes it great and what makes it not so great. So what I really liked about this mattress is it's super bouncy, so it's really good for combination sleepers. I think its zone support system makes it a great option for stomach sleepers and back sleepers, and it's also that ideal firmness level that stomach sleepers and back sleepers are gonna want. And finally, it has a really good edge support, which makes it a nice option for heavier sleepers who need to take full advantage of their mattress. On the other hand, the things I didn't really love about the Parachute mattress are that it did not perform well in our motion transfer test. So basically, I think that anyone who sleeps in a couple or has a pet might be disturbed by them in the night. And then also, I don't think this is the best option for side sleepers. I definitely recommend side sleepers go with something softer so they don't get that jammed up feeling in their hips and shoulders that you tend to get from a harder mattress when you're sleeping on your side. I'd like to discuss some of the questions that we often get here at Sleepopolis, some frequently asked questions. So first up, a lot of people ask if it needs a box spring. No, this one actually doesn't need a box spring. You can put it on pretty much any hard surface. Does it have an off-gassing period? I would say not really, a little bit, but most mattresses that have an off-gassing period are those foam ones because the air tends to get trapped in the foam, whereas here you don't have any foam layers, so you're not gonna have that problem. Finally, is it flippable? No, you do not wanna flip this mattress. It's specifically constructed in certain layers to be the most comfortable the way it is, but if you're worried about wear and tear, I'd recommend maybe rotating it 180 degrees every 6 months. Okay, finally, I want to tell you about some of the Parachute policies. These are things that you might be wondering about, things that could be pretty important. So first of all, it has a 10-year warranty. So that's pretty good warranty. A lot of mattresses have a lower one, some have a lifetime, so it's not the best possible, but I'd say 10 is definitely a solid warranty. It also comes with a 100-night sleep trial, so you get 100 nights to see if you like it or not before you can return it and get your money back. And then finally, it comes with free ground shipping in a box, and they actually recommend that you get 2 people to carry the box because it's gonna be pretty heavy. Okay, that's it for my Parachute review. I hope you liked this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below or throw us a like, and make sure to subscribe for all of our latest updates and promotions. If you have any questions or want a personalized recommendation for me, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you. And you can always head to sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.